Hi, it's Fred Glick in sunny Palo Alto, California during the coronavirus quarantine. I hope you're doing well. I'm surviving. What are you going to do? Anyway, so where do I keep my head going and thinking and researching and whatever and formulating? Formulating is probably the best word. I just get a ton of information, just kind of process it and take a look at what's going on. So in the last week or so, if you've talked to me at all, you know that I don't have a clue. I don't know what is going on, because we need to get to the end of the tunnel. We need to see what it's going to be like on the other side. How many people are going to lose jobs? What businesses are going to close? How will that affect current deals that are going on in real estate? How will it affect future deals and values? Nobody has a clue. And that's my point. Nobody can tell you what's going to happen. If there's a real estate agent you're talking to that's trying to push you to see property, even because you can see it virtual, that's great. Look at it. But do not under any circumstances put an offer in now. It's crazy. You've got to be out of your mind. We don't know. It's too much of a risk. The only reason you may want to do it is because you're going to own this house forever. The money isn't that important to you, and you just want that particular house. And I can understand that. Go for it then. But most of us aren't in that situation. So for the rest of you who really want to buy houses, wait. The other reason you want to wait is the mortgages. Oh my God. There's two kinds of mortgages in this country, basically. Ones that are sold to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, USDA. It's just that bunch, that cartel. The other cartel is the jumbos and the non-QM, non-qualified mortgage, meaning they can do those fancy no docs and interest onlys and all that, as long as you're buying investment property, because that's a business. That's completely exploded because the entire system is getting what are called margin calls, because there's so much demand and the supply. I can't even go into it. You're better off just Googling the thing, finding out from the experts, because it's just mind-boggling. There's going to be companies that are just going to go out of business. Period, done, end of sentence, thank you very much. The lenders also have gotten tight. I've gotten information from lenders who do FHA loans. Now, normally they've been pushing the envelope back down to a 580 credit score and you can buy a house. 680 is now the number. I have seen 640, but I think that's going to change. Same with VA, especially if you're going up close to $1 million. You got to have a 680 score. No money down still. USDA, 680. See where this is going. They're only going to do quality loans, quality perfect loans. The pricing has adjusted itself. It's come back a little, but it's probably still 3/4 of a point higher than it actually should be. And I think we may get there. Well, I'll come back to that in a minute. But for the actual jumbo market itself, it's at a standstill. All the big mortgage-backed securities are just, they don't know what to do either. They have this liquidity problem that I spoke of earlier. So the rates on jumbos are, and nobody's going to refi them. So until that gets worked out, you're going to also have a problem buying a house, because you need a mortgage to buy a house, most of you. And there's luckily a way to do an appraisal without going into the house now, but only up to like 95%. So if you're one of these people putting a small amount of money down, forget it. Probably can't close on something till all this is over. And again, why would you put an agreement in now? The other problem is closings. Now, this is unreal. It's the year 2020, and everyone that I've ever done a mortgage for or a house closing that I've had, they go to the escrow company or the notary comes to them to sign documents. That's it. There's nothing online. It's crazy, because 90% of the stuff you sign is I swear this is true and correct, and I understand this disclosure and that disclosure and this disclosure and that disclosure, this disclosure, that disclosure, this disclosure, that disclosure. You get where I'm going. Anyway, the only important thing you sign are two things. The note says, I promise to pay you back all this money at a rate of X and payment terms, blah, blah, blah. And the lien on your property, which is the mortgage. That's it. Those are the only two important things. So, but the problem with the mortgage is it has to be recorded at the county, and most of these counties just aren't in this century. A lot of them are, though. And the other problem is the lender and the eventual note holder wants that note in writing and that somebody saw him. But now there's digital notaries. It's fabulous. I did it for something else, for a lease that I had to sign, and it was really interesting. I sent them my original documents, then the video chat with the notary direct, and then she verified my documents, and everything was cool. And we did it all electronically. She certified it, and it's done. That and DocuSign / Adobe, I know has their thing, but I'm more of a DocuSign guy. That's it. Why are we going to closings? Wire money, papers, hello. So somewhere in the federal government talks last week, I haven't heard anything new. They were talking about putting some act together federally to allow these signings so that Fannie and Freddie and the investor holders can have their digital signatures and everything's fine, but there's states that object. What? Probably being lobbied very hard by title companies and escrows and notaries and people who are doing it this way, who don't want to learn the new way. All somebody has to do is come in the new way, teach everybody, show them how easy it is, and they'll adapt. Look at what's going on in real estate. All these real estate agents now, they're experts because they're going to show you a digital house. I've been doing Matterports for, I don't know, a couple of years. 3Ds. You got it. It's simple. It's being done. Don't let these new things surprise you anymore. Adapt a little bit. Okay, I've been rambling, but that's a little real estate report. And I think I'm going to put these out a little more because, hell, I got nothing else to do. So comment wherever you'd like. I don't know where this is going to be. It'll probably start out on my blog and be on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and all this. Anyway, I'm rambling. Anyway, have a nice vacation. Can we call this vacation? Yeah, I think, you know what? You've had bad vacations, so this is better than a bad vacation. That's what I'm calling it. Spring Vacation 2020. I love it. All right, hang in there.